Top 7 Terrifying Prophecies for 2025. As 2025 dawns, the question on many minds is simple and chilling. What visions have history's greatest seers cast toward our future? From whispered warnings in candlelit chambers to cryptic quatrains inked centuries ago, prophets have claimed to glimpse catastrophes yet to come. Tonight, we count down the top 7 terrifying prophecies for 2025, separating fact from legend, and asking, will any of these ominous predictions come true? Number 7. Mother Shipton's Great Shaking of the Land. Born in 1488 and known to history as England's so-called witch prophetess, Mother Shipton remains more myth than verified author. The verse often attributed to her, "the earth to tremble in the latter days," has no surviving 16th century source and first appears in compilations published over a century after her death. Scholars agree it reflects generic medieval fears of divine wrath, not a specific 2025 Ring of Fire earthquake. Yet each time seismographs blare, her name resurfaces, feeding modern anxieties. Number 6. Nostradamus' Great Fire, Cities Swallowed by Flame. Michel de Nostradamus, better known as Nostradamus, published his Centuries in 1555. One famous quatrain, Century 10, Quatrain 72, evokes a great fire towards new lands, cities burned, the masses swallowed by flame. Some see in it a warning of today's megafires, or even a nuclear conflagration. But his language is vague, referring more plausibly to 16th century colonial expeditions than to modern skylines. Still, the metaphor of unstoppable blaze resonates all too well with our climate-driven reality. Number 5. Baba Vanga's Blue Star Virus. Bulgarian mystic Vangelaya Pandeva, known as Baba Vanga, died in 1996. A viral claim holds that she predicted a blue star virus in 2025 that few shall survive. No transcript or reliable witness report supports that exact phrase. What we know is that her predictions were passed down orally, often decades later, and routinely amplified by sensational media. Real-world epidemiologists point instead to zoonotic spillovers and lab safety lapses as genuine viral threats, not mystical blue contagions. Number 4. Edgar Cayce's financial collapse. American clairvoyant Edgar Cayce, the sleeping prophet, delivered thousands of trance readings between 1901 and 1945. Warnings about shaken foundations in banking are often recast as predictions of a 2025 economic meltdown. In fact, Cayce's financial advice centered on increasing gold reserves and reforming early 20th century banking laws, standard reform ideas of his era. Today's market swings hinge on debt, inflation, and regulation, not on century-old trance visions. Number 3. The Shadow King of Delphi. Over 2 millennia ago, the Pythia at Delphi spoke in riddles of a dark ruler rising in distant lands, whose shadow will stretch across cities, sowing division. Modern clickbait links this to fears of extremist leaders. But every Delphic oracle utterance served immediate Greek world politics, Persian invasions, Spartan rivalries, Roman ascendancy, not a 21st century coup. No genuine inscription pins Shadow King to our timeline. The real story is how ancient ambiguity fuels today's headlines. Number 2. Saint Malachy's final Pope rhyme, From the Labor of the Sun. In the late 16th century, Irish Archbishop Saint Malachy allegedly composed 112 Latin mottos for future popes. The final De labore solis literally means from the work of the sun. New Age commentators morph it into eagle from the sun, spinning fantasies of solar superweapons or space empires in 2025. Scholars, however, date the entire prophecy to a probable forgery, and note that even if genuine, its wording is broad enough to fit almost any pope with sun or eagle symbolism in his coat of arms. Number 1. John of Jerusalem's 3 sons. Topping our list is the obscure 12th century mystic John of Jerusalem, who wrote of 3 lanterns aflame upon the heavens. UFO enthusiasts claim this foretells a 2025 triple satellite swarm igniting Earth's skies. But no autographed medieval manuscript survives. What remains are 17th century excerpts likely conflated with later sources. The 3 suns motif also appears in Norse and East Asian folklore to describe atmospheric halos, not modern satellites. Yet each time Starlink or similar constellations glitter at dusk, believers recall John's ominous verse. So, what should we make of all this? None of these prophecies survives in an unbroken, date-stamped text pointing explicitly to 2025. They endure through layers of copying, translation, and modern sensationalism. History teaches us that ancient oracles often mirror the fears of their own age and ours. As we move through 2025, watch for earthquakes, unprecedented fires, emerging pathogens, market shocks, political upheavals, papal twists, and strange sky phenomena. You may find echoes of these centuries-old warnings, but remember, our actions today, not dusty quatrains, will determine the shape of tomorrow. Thank you for counting down with us. Which of these prophecies sends the biggest chill down your spine? Have you noticed any real-world signs that echo these ancient warnings? Let us know in the comments. Smash that like button if you love uncovering history's mysteries, and subscribe, because the past never truly stays buried.